Hi everybody, thank you for checking out my review for this Thermalabs Airbrush kit. I'm really excited about this kit actually because I've owned a birthday party business for years and I always had to outsource my face painting because I'm really terrible at it. And so I decided to pick one of these up because they have some stencils and it's nice and easy. But this is an extremely versatile kit and you can use it from everything from spray tans to face paints to decorating cakes to fingernails, anything you want, shirts, because it is a really nice airbrush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through how to set it up, and then we'll give you a little bit of a demo. One of the things that I really love about it is it comes with this case. So those of us that are mobile, or those of us who just don't like to have all this stuff strewn about or thrown in a box, having a nice hard case to protect it is awesome. It has plenty of space for your paints and all of the other stuff that you need. It also has this really good guide that gives you tips on how to use this for various applications. So without further adu, oh, and obviously the stencils, and it comes with this little exfoliator fingertip thing. I'm a dude, so I don't really know about that. But so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to slide this piece right off. Okay, so the battery goes in here. I do want to point out there's two chargers. This one here has a a female end, and that's to charge the battery, just like so. But this compressor can actually run plugged in or on battery, which is awesome. They give you that power cord right there, and that just plugs in right up top. So to use the battery, so like I said, slide that off. Then you're going to open this piece up that's right on top and put the battery inside. That way you can feed the battery plug right through there. All right, so this is the part that takes a little bit of finesse. So it's going to slide on here. I want you to pay attention. It's got these two little ridges right here. So it's got one right here. Let's see if I can get this to stay focused for you. So it's got one. There we go. So it's got a ridge here and it's got a ridge here. So you're going to want to make sure that those are lined up here. So what I do is turn it upside down. Oh, make sure the flat side of the battery is aiming towards the compressor. So you're going to, you see right there, you see those little notches? That's where you're going to try to line up. So it makes it easier if you just line those notches up like this, so they're in place, and then you can tuck the battery in and slide it up. There we go. Then it has this little notch right here on the top for this to close up so it all looks nice and clean. And you just plug it in. There you go, power button's right there. So pretty slick actually, nice little compressor. And I was actually surprised at the feel of it. So I know it sounds silly, but I bought enough electronic stuff in my life that the feel of it's really important to me. So when you pick this up, even without the battery, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like those little teeny compressors that you buy for $10 to fill up your car or your car tires. It actually feels like a really nice quality compressor. Same thing with the gun itself. The gun is got a really great feel to it also. Paint goes right in there. So let's go ahead and continue getting this thing set up. Has a water filter in there as well. You can choose to use it or decide not to, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and use it. So what I'm going to do is just screw that onto one side here. It adds a little bit of bulk, but anytime you compress air, you have the potential to accumulate moisture. So even like with my pneumatic tools for working on cars and stuff, I have water filters everywhere. So it has this quick connect. That's for a different kind of filter or a compressor if you're using that. So I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew this. I'm going to set it off to the side here. So you're left with this piece. This piece also unscrews, so be careful not to lose that one. So one side of the hose goes, oops, let's do this so you can see, it just screws right on top of here. And the other side goes right into your airbrush. And that's it. That's how long it takes. It's only about, I don't know, 30 seconds to get set up and get ready. All right, so that's all done. Let's go ahead and hit the button to turn on the compressor. So what it's going to do initially is just pressurize this system. All right. Sorry about that, my phone cut off. So, all right, so now that it's pressurized, if you're having an issue pressurizing, this is the control knob here. So you can see as you turn it, it'll turn back on and try to pressurize. So go ahead and just crank it down and get it. Start at that point and then do some tests as you work your way up. To use it, it's really simple. All you do is just push a button. It's got a really nice, even spray. So what I really liked about it is even when you're holding it down for those longer strokes, the compressor can keep up with it. The spray remains constant and even. So that's really cool. I've had some growing up. I used airbrushes all the time, and my compressor couldn't keep up. I could only do little strokes like that, which is better. It's a better technique, but if you need to do a bigger area like that, your compressor can handle it. Again, this is the control knob here on the side, so you can control the flow of the air. So that's it. I mean, it's pretty basic setup. It's really easy to get going, really easy to take down. Like I said, it comes with the stencils. So what I'm going to do now, oh, and it comes with the face paint. That was why I bought this particular kit. So it's Airbrush Tattoo. So it's supposed to last a while, actually, several days, and it's supposed to be waterproof. So I'm going to go ahead and test it out. I'm going to enlist the help of my son, and maybe we'll give him a scorpion tattoo. I don't know. So let's go ahead and get this thing together, and we'll see how it works. And blue paint. So we're gonna do a blue scorpion here. So all I'm gonna do is peel this off here, line it up. Let's do like that. That looks pretty good. All right. So with that in place, I love that these are sticky because that helps it a lot. All right. So I do want to show you real fast before I spray him. Backwards actually gives you the paint, and pushing down just turns the air on. So if you push down, I'm going to show you this way. You push down, turns the air on, but no paint, and then you slide backwards, and you can see it sprays the paint. So you can adjust the amount of spray that you want by changing this knob back here. So I just used a piece of paper to kind of make sure that I knew where I wanted, and then we're just going to go. I chose a pretty light spray because I don't want to go too crazy for the first time painting him. This is non-toxic. And this isn't the best technique either, but I wanted to show you that it works to, even if you're holding it down like that, that compressor can keep up with it. And no technique at all here, but that's all right. We're just spraying this thing on. Like I said, these are all non-toxic, so I'm not super worried about it, but I don't want to go too dark until I'm a little bit more sure. So let's, just a sec, almost there, buddy. So if you're doing face painting, take a look. Take a look on YouTube. You've got a tremendous amount of resources to show you the cool, just really cool stuff you can do with an airbrush and face painting. So one thing that I didn't do that you really should is make sure it's just completely pressed down there. All right, so that's it. Let's see, it didn't use a whole lot of paint, but I'm gonna put that on. Should let it dry a little bit more, but we're just gonna be really careful. Pull that away. Oh, that is awesome. That's super cool. So you saw how easy it is. Literally takes no skill. These are reusable, so you can just pop it back onto the sheet here. We're going to let that dry for a minute before we put anything over the top of it. But you can see it's a nice even spray. Like I said, I was going really light, and so it took a little bit longer. It really shouldn't take even half that long, but you can adjust the flow however you want to. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to clean this thing up, but let me get you a closer view real fast of this scorpion. All right, so here we have our scorpion. That is super cool. What do you think, kid? Do you like it? He's shaking his head yes, because I told him he needed to be quiet while I was talking, and he's just a really good kid. So that's pretty darn cool. So we'll check it and see you know, how permanent it is. I don't think it's going to be super permanent, but you can get whatever strength ink you want to make it so that it'll last as long as you want to. But that is super easy, super cool. Literally anybody can do it. So this brush is perfect for all skill levels, whether you're a professional and an expert, or whether you're just a total noob. This is obviously not something I could do without a stencil, but you can do so much with this thing. So all right, I'm going to show you how to clean it up now. So I'll be right back with you. All right, so my wife decided that she wanted one too, because why not? We're doing it. She decided on the butterfly, but we're going to do what were we doing? We were doing a purple. Oh, I think. Take these off really carefully, because I just got a little crazy and I kind of ripped it. So I have to be a little more careful than I was. So you can see I ripped it right there, but that's all right. We're still going to give it a shot. So we'll just put it back on really carefully. So we're doing a blue body and a purple wings. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's make sure we're still running good with our piece of paper here. Yeah, okay. So we're still gonna go pretty lightly. Sorry, I think I got one of your hairs in there. All right. So one thing that I really like is even on, it's such a directed spray, or you can make it such a directed spray, that you can see that I'm only getting the body and the wings are left, which is pretty cool, because these are really close together. So, all right. So now with that part done, I'm going to go ahead and mix some red in with this blue, and let's make some purple. All right, so basically I just used one of these little droppers. You can get 50 of them for like a few bucks on Amazon, and added some red to the purple, and then just mixed it up right here. So, or sorry, some red to the blue. And we're going to go ahead and just spray this purple. Maybe it's a little red, I don't know. So again, not very good technique, just letting the compressor run, but you can see the compressor doesn't have any issues keeping up with a constant flow. It's a nice even flow, which is cool. I'm just going to get fancy here and add a little purple to the body too. Not a lot, just a little around the edges, because I'm classy like that. Hold on. All right, just about there. I want it a little darker so that it's really distinguishable. All right. And then again, the compressor has the stand. You can see for the, maybe you can see, yeah. So you can just slide this in and out, which is just awesome. Makes it really convenient. All right, so let's pull away. We're gonna do this again very carefully, because I didn't give a whole lot of dry time. And also, these are delicate stencils, so I don't want to break it any more than I already have. Let's pull away. Oh, so carefully. There you go. That's super cool, actually. It turned out really well, if I do say so myself. Here, let me give you a closer shot. All right, so there it is. You can see it's nice and easy to do. Lays on a really nice even coat and looks great. So now I'm going to show you guys how to clean this up. All right, so we are ready to clean this thing up. This is the way I do it. There's a whole bunch of different ways to clean it. First thing you're going to do, obviously, is dump out all of the paint, which I did. Then I'm just going to wipe out some of the paint on the inside, and that's just to save some time, because we're going to run some rubbing alcohol through here. So just be real careful not to damage the inner parts right there, but I'm just going to do that. And this is just an old rag, so I don't care if I ruin it. So now I'm just going to put some rubbing alcohol in and just run it until it runs clean. So there's a lot of different things that you can use. Actually, you know what? That took a bunch of paint out, so I'm going to just dump it. That way we're not spending a lot of time blowing dirty rubbing alcohol through the gun. You can use windshield wiper fluid, which is really inexpensive and works awesome for cleaning these things out. So, all right, let me turn this compressor back on. So, oops, there it goes. I'm going to open this wide up now because we want that to blow through. And then basically all you do is you just run it through until it's clean. Obviously, if you don't want to ruin a rag every time, you can use a paper towel. I'm going to make a little adjustment here, blow some more air through just to get this through faster, and you can see it's already lining up quite a bit. So while I'm doing that, I'll just kind of wrap up. This is a really, really awesome set. You can see it really doesn't get any more convenient than this when you have the battery-powered compressor. It's quiet, which is awesome. You're not going to be super annoying to have this compressor running if you're doing events. Or even if you're just doing it in your own home, you don't want to have really loud compressors. All right, so I'm going to dump the rest out. We're just going to keep changing it until it runs clean. You can use warm water even. So I'm going to just flush this because I feel like I'm running some. There it goes. So now we're down. The purple's gone. You can see now we're just into the blue. And I did that just a little bit too much. You can see when it's kicking on and not pressurizing, it's because I turned this too much. I think they recommend don't going more than like a half a turn. So there you go. And you can actually take this thing off to clean. Just be careful because that's the needle. So be really, really careful taking it off and putting it back on because you can damage it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more in. Make sure it runs clean still. You can see the alcohol is clean in there. Yeah, and it's blowing clean. So as long as it's blowing clean, you're good. So again, really, really convenient kit. It's a really nice kit too. It lays down a nice coat of paint. You can see how easy it is to use those stencils if you're not super artistically inclined like I am. It comes with everything you need. It actually even did come with a dropper, but I used the ones that I had. I don't know, I didn't see that one in there. But it did come with a dropper, which is awesome too. Literally comes with everything you need to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and give this 5 stars. I think that you're going to be really pleased with this for the price. You can't go wrong. The case, the paints, the battery, it literally comes with everything. So pick it up. I think you're going to be happy with it. What I forgot to mention is that you can actually adjust how fine the spray is by twisting that a little bit. You can see. So when I do that, let me put some more. It's already clean, so I'm just going to show you with rubbing alcohol. But I had it adjusted all the way down because I wanted to do a really fine spray. But you can see that that's a lot fatter spray. So if you want to cover more area faster, you just adjust this nozzle right here at the top.